Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the final part of Final Fantasy VII Remake. So, this won't take too long because, well, honestly, intermissions, post-game is really straightforward, actually. So, first things first, upon beating Final Fantasy VII Remake intermission, you get the ability to do chapter selection like you would in the base game. You also have the ability to play on hard mode. Of course, you can play for Condor again. You can get the boards, you can get the units, and you can get manuscripts for leveling up Yuffie and Sonan's SP. And yeah, once again, you can play on hard mode if you wish. And you'll be able to play on hard mode, like I said already, like the end. And it's definitely something, all right. It's definitely something. You now have access to Shinra's combat simulator, which can be found in the room ahead. New battles await those looking for a challenge. So yes, if you can even believe it, Intermission actually has its own combat simulator. Like, Jesus, dude. How many combat simulators does this game need? I'll tell you how much. It needs a lot of them. And you know what? We're just gonna go for it. Who cares anymore? But now we're at version blah, blah, blah. We're definitely at version blah, blah, blah. So because you only have 2 party members, you're only going to be fighting 3 rounds. So that's going to be all well and good. And you know what? I love the fact that they let you choose what team you are going with. Well, it should be pretty obvious that Yuffie and Sonan are the only party members in all of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intermission. So it's like, why would you even do that? Why would you even do that to begin with? God, I love how she does the her original pose. Okay, so basically this is very much, very straightforward as a combat simulation, obviously. You have your 3 rounds of Shinra troops, including a few deep ground, actually. So that's pretty interesting how they would include deep ground as a main story element. Like, okay, once again, I don't know the context of Dirge Cerberus at all. I haven't played Dirge Cerberus, so all I know is like the basic synopsis is that Dirge Cerberus is the last game in the FF7 timeline as part of the compilation stuff. And, I think a character named Selphie is a part of it. I know her from World of Final Fantasy. But, I don't know whatever else. What Dirge is. And this will be the last round, so pretty easy, pretty straightforward. So, let's just skip right to the end. We all know where this is going. And there we go. Easy. Yeezy.
Not too shabby, Sonan.
Back at you, boss.
Also, like, quite literally, that would have been his pose in the original game if he had an appearance to begin with. Okay. So now we got Midgard monsters, which, basically this is your one and only way of actually assessing every single one of these bugaboos. And yeah, that's basically one thing about this. This is just a really great way to grind up experience up to your character's max level of 50. As per usual. Round 2 is against those mini-bosses that you fought during your chase with Gigi, the Horned Cryptche, and the Leprechaun. I'm just gonna call it Leprechaun. Because I think it's funny. Because I think it's like actually legitimately funny to just call him the Leprechaun. Even though that's not really the name. Okay, that's oh my God. Oh my God, not this shit. Not this shit again. Not this shit again. I beat you with Tifa last time. I beat you with Tifa solo last time. I beat this dude with Tifa solo last time. Did he honestly really think? Oh my God. Dude. Okay. All right. Bring it on. Bring it on. I don't care. I don't care. Let's go. So, yeah, upper body first, then lower body, and then you'll stagger it. Blah 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 blah.
With the power of his providence and the fury of the surging seas. Get lost.
Oh, it didn't actually show off me crippling the horns. Yeah, yeah. This is what it's like to cripple the horns. So now you can't use those tricks anymore. That is correct. Oh, wow. Wow, Banishment 3 is like overpowered as hell, dude. It's seriously overpowered as hell, and I love it. That's correct. Enfeeblement ring, huh? She. Oh, boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Top secrets again. Here we go again, boys. We got Bahamut and I'm pretty sure another summon battle, I guess. And then something really weird. Though I'm actually noticed that because we only have 2 party members actually, I think the HP, I think like everything else has been like reduced in HP to compensate. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Hey, get your lazy butt up.
Okay, so now I'm gonna need a pray like yesterday. Okay, so you know what? I think I might as well just dud that one. Okay. So okay, so basically the summon battles are as follows. So you get Bahamut again, you get Ramu again. This time you get Sonan on your side. And the other super boss, or rather the super boss of Intermission, called Pride and Joy Mark 05. So, yeah, no, I'm not wasting my time with that. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not even gonna bother with that one. like my sanity can't hold up. My sanity can't hold on for that much longer. Like, I want this to be over, but I also don't want it to be over. So, you know. Oh, boy. But yeah, chapter selection in Intermission. It's right there if you want it. It's all good in the hoods. It's a very nice. It's a very nice indeed. Now we gotta go over to the other one. Now we gotta go over to the other story.
That should be everything. Initiate projection sequence. What do you make of your new form, Vice? We've replicated everything about you, from thought patterns to stress responses. You should, however, notice some improvements due to my latest update. Indeed, I'd venture to say you're stronger now than you've ever been.
Stronger than I've ever been. A big claim, little man. Now, who do I kill?
Given that this is merely a training exercise, no one.
We'll see. Be sure to choose my victims wisely.
I wonder if he's actually available right away. I really wonder if he's available right away.
Individual's data to the combat simulator. I can't divulge any details, but I can say its existence is both highly classified and extremely dangerous. To be completely honest, I had some misgivings about implementing it. Even now, I'm still not entirely sure I made the right decision. However, I do believe that engaging it in combat will yield vital information. And who better to extract that information than you, Cloud? If you're willing to try, I'd appreciate the help.
Like I said, spooky. 3-person team versus the Immaculate One. What exactly do they'll do anyway? Let me actually check that real quick. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Okay. I'm so glad this is the end and I'm proven wrong. So, gold to... Well, I'm not even gonna pronounce that. So, it turns out that those things that you get from defeating Top Secrets and the Immaculate One are actually really, really good because they enter... They make it so that the wearer of the accessory can enter the battle with a full limit get. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. Boy, do I feel stupid. Well, into the breach. Into the breach.
They shall be slashed, strangled, and slaughtered. Beaten, stabbed, and crushed. Garroted and impaled. Shot and executed without mercy. Now, let the hunt begin!
Let me at least get a feel for you. Not entirely sure if I can beat you. Probably can't, but we'll try anyway. Oh dear God. Yeah, no, this is... Oh, stab is unblockable. Oh, that's cute. That's really... That's cool. That's cool. That's really, really cool. Why? I'm gonna employ the old haste strategy. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. That is evisceration, obliteration, and whatever else eration that happens. Oh my God. Well, Weiss is a super boss, is a DLC super boss for a reason. Let's assess him. A depraved and ruthless deep ground soldier recreated in a virtual space. Known as Weiss the Immaculate, he reigns supreme over deep ground. Unable to read. Immune to, well, resistant to physical and magic. So, that's cool. That's really cool, I guess.
I've been dying to see you.
Okay, this is okay. I'm not gonna lie. This is my first time fighting YC Immaculate. I really don't know how this is gonna be. All I know is that like I know that he's like a big guy in Dirge Cerberus, and like he's oh my god. It's like, oh Jesus Christ. He has a lot of unblockables. Yeah, he really does have a lot of unblockables, doesn't he? I can't use any items during all this.
Just a little should help.
So, I'm just gonna have to do that. So, when he does attacks, it seems that he gets pressured, so that's something. At least this counts as a revive and full heal. Oh my god, this is insane. This is actually insane.
You've got this.
Let's go for an obliteration. Oh, well, not really an obliteration. That's Weiss's job to go for an obliteration. Jesus Christ. Oh.
Just hang on.
Nice Tomberry move. I really like that. I really like that.
I thought I was.
And I also really like how I can't dodge that. Yeah, cool. That's really nice. That's really cool. I hate you. I actually hate you. Oh my god. I'm gonna try you again to see how you feel, because I feel like Dirge Cerberus is like out of the edge, because Weiss and Nero are just like, I haven't had a fight like this in years, or something like that. Once again, unbelievably cool that your stab is also undodgeable. Yeah, that's really cool. That's so cool. He's like Chris Pratt, you know? He's so cool. See? That's awesome, isn't it? That's really nice, isn't it? So this is probably where Chakra and Prey come into great effect here. Well, especially Prey. Because you never know. You never know, dude. Crossfire Cleave. How? I don't understand. But you know what? I'm counting it.
Get ready.
So you take it that I take it that you need at least 2,000 HP just to survive that.
I can't believe you.
Like you really just gotta have all the HP out there, do you? But also, I guess you just gotta go in with the full limit gauge, like the game really wants you to do. Like for real, it really just. Oh wait, no. Which one does it? Thrust. Okay, so it's basically all about not getting hit by that big bang boom attack thing. And you.
Seriously?
Oh no, I'm dead. So it's all about doing that big bang boom attack and then not following it up at all with that. No. What I mean to say is, what I basically meant to say is, like, following up Weiss, avoiding or missing the attack that he does, crossfire cleave, then he gets pressured, then you use all the abilities to just stagger him. Yeah. I imagine that's gonna be really, really cool for all of those to see from all those angles. But like, again, I'm not that great at RPGs to even, consider that fact. To even consider the fact that I don't know. I'm just not that great at RPG super bosses to begin with. I'm really not, except for Pokemon, because Pokemon I always do good with super bosses. I always do good. It's just all about having the right setup and the right team, namely Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith, to get things done. And you need to have a proper setup too. And also, this is only available in hard mode. And plus, you need to have all chapters beaten in order to even do this. So, yeah, that thing is just not. That thing is just not for me. Honestly, it's just not for me, man. Bit anticlimactic, but You know, it's just me. So I guess in the finale of all this, I guess this is where it just stops right here. These are all the play logs that I have. Again, I don't really care about all those bottom things, like Cloud's dresses, Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith's dresses. Like, I showed them off anyway in the Let's Play, so it's fine. I showed off all the resolutions anyway. I got all the music discs. Don't really care about the manuscripts. Don't really care about enemy skills. I got all the weapon abilities. I got, you know, most enemy intel. I can't believe I missed one. Jesus. I showed off all the side quests. I showed off, you know, most of the Shinra combat sims. And I did all the Coliseum challenges and intel battle reports, so definitely not bad for my tastes. I at least showed off everything that I could. I at least did what I could, right? Right. I'm gonna be a lot better at RPGs, trust me. But for real though, this was great. This is really great to just play all over again. If you heard that, that was my computer. This has just been really great to play all over again. Back in 2015 when I first played Final Fantasy VII, it's like that moment in Always Sunny where Danny DeVito's like, oh my god, I get it. And honestly, I feel the same way about Final Fantasy VII. It's like, oh my god, I get it. The original FF7 is always there if you want to experience the full story of Final Fantasy VII. But Final Fantasy VII Remake is something of its own entirely. It really is. It keeps the most of the original story of Final Fantasy VII until it completely diverges into Nomura territory. But it also offers up a really fun gameplay experience too, that you can only certainly get on the PlayStation. Well, but also PC, but who cares about that, am I right? Seriously, from the base game where it's all about Cloud's journey out of Midgar, all the way to Yuffie's story in Midgar, where she gets a sort of a brother figure. Final Fantasy VII Remake is just an amazing time all the way through. Except for the parts where it isn't fun. And it's awesome. It's really awesome. It definitely made number 2 of my best games of 2020 list, and all for very good reasons. It's just a really fun game that I think anyone who is a fan of RPGs and a fan of Final Fantasy VII can enjoy. Sure, it may do some things different, but I think they all work out in the end. I really think it does. So whether you're playing on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, or PC, you're going to be in for a really fun time with Final Fantasy VII Remake. And I really hope Final Fantasy VII Rebirth follows in the same way. If it does, then that's really awesome. If it doesn't, well, there's always the original game. But either way, that's it for Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's been really fun to just sit down and record, even through all the transitional periods of me getting a PC. It's been really fun. But now I'm ready to move on to bigger and better things, and all I can say about this next Let's Play is this is one that I'm really excited about, and I can't wait to show it to you. So, with all that said, that's it for Final Fantasy VII Remake. And next time will be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That probably won't be the next FF Let's Play I do, but we'll see what happens. Either way, I will see you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.